Evening. This is the My Camping Adventures channel. Hope all is well with all of you. Just got done with another day's work. Sitting out here getting some fresh air. I took the video down of the ozone purifier that's perfect for campers, which was put up, of course, for educational purposes and for you to check out on your own. Because, well, it clearly said it's intended for use when there's no one in the trailer or the space. I accidentally left it on last night and was breathing ozone, which it's a small one. There was airflow. It wasn't exactly right next to it. But I woke up this morning with a headache and my nose a little more inflamed, and I'll be honest with you, it's my fault. It was my own forgetfulness, my own stupidity. But at the same time, well, I think it's a nice product for somebody if you use it right. People disagree, but when I did use it the one or two times, it did take any smells out of the trailer. It did do what it was advertised. I just didn't want to put anything up that, well, somebody could do what I did. Anyway, this is the My Camping Adventures channel. I'm live from leafy green Pennsylvania in the USA. I had such a great chat last night that I went live a second time. I hope that all of you out there are doing well. I hope that we have as interesting people and as respectful people from all around the world in the chat right now that we had yesterday. We had such a diverse mix and a bunch of good conversations. I want to thank everybody who subscribed. And if you're on my feed now and you haven't subscribed and you can, I'd really appreciate it. My goal is to get up to 700 subscribers last night. And I got up to 700, then I went back down to 699. Kind of broke my heart a little bit, and then I went back up to 702. Then I had to work all day. Just Danny, teach me English. I took Spanish in high school. The Spanish or the Mexican or whoever, the foreign exchange students used to write swear words on the wall, on the chalkboard in Spanish, and we'd write them in English and we'd translate. Name a car you like for an edit. No, it's not a military helicopter. It's a medical helicopter, just flying back to its base. I like the Ford Mustang. I like the Jeep Wrangler. So I'll name those two cars. Chris, Player 2, thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Chris Player 2. I'm having a good day now that you're in the chat and I'm hanging out with you guys. It was a real tough day of work, and well, I almost gassed myself with ozone last night leaving it on. I have been recovering since Saturday. I got that thing that I tried to avoid for 4 years, COVID, and have been recuperating and working from home. And last night I felt really great. Came out, did a live chat, live stream. Wonderful people, wonderful time. And I went to sleep and left an ozone generator on, a small one, in the trailer all night. Woke up with a headache, had weird dreams, a little more scratchy. Hope I didn't do any more permanent damage to myself. If I'm a cat, I think I'm on life number 7. What's your favorite cologne? I don't wear cologne. I'm using Dr. Squatch soap right now, but I go into the woods a lot, and I always joke that my cologne is Picadarn, so the ticks stay off me. Hey, Green Mon Cover, how you doing, bud? Hello. Colt 25, hello. Now, Colt 25, is that a gun or a beer? Or a liquor? Or something else? Hey, Gilly, how you doing? Gabriel, tell her hello. Do I like kids? Well, what's the old joke? You like kids until you have them? I used to want to be the uncle who had the kids come over, and then you give them a Coke and a power bar, get them all hopped up and sugared up, Mountain Dew, whatever, and send them home. Let them bounce off the walls. I don't know why. That's humorous to me. I have a son. I like him. Good guy. He actually brought me a double cheeseburger today and a coffee. So he's on my A-list right now. He works really hard. Hello from New York City, Anthony Riviera. I was in New York City in 2001, pre-2001. We went there to see the 4th of July fireworks. I ate at, what's that famous deli? It was Katz, and there was another one. Had to have the Reuben. Ate at Peter Luger's, had a steak. I think it was affordable back then. Ate at the cafe on Seinfeld. The I don't want to use the N word, but they call them the Soup, Nazi, I think, if I can kind of say that without saying it. And it was just like the TV series. You stood in line. I still remember it. I got lobster bisque. I got the bread. We went to Central Park. My wife threw her extra bread up on the air and was bombarded by pigeons. It was kind of funny. Yeah, that was another life ago. That was 23 years ago. Hello from Alabama. Hey, Gilly. I like all people if they're good people and they're nice people. I don't like, and I don't even want to assault the name Karen. I don't like people that pull up to a drive-thru at a fast food restaurant and have a meltdown because they only got 2 ketchups instead of 3. I don't like people, if somebody trips and falls in front of them in the mall, they step over them. Other than that, I like people. I'm a fan of the big guy upstairs. That's the only person I'm a fan of. I'm not even a fan of myself. Hello from Scotland. Fastbuck. Okay. Got a very important question for you. Please stick around. What is the most famous food a tourist should get if they go to Scotland? I haven't watched too much TV lately. You guys are gonna laugh. My wife and I are watching all 21 seasons of reruns of NCIS. I like things like Expedition Unknown, Expedition X, Dual Survival, Survivor Man, Man vs. Wild. I like Skinwalker Ranch, Beyond Skinwalker Ranch, stuff like that. Stuff where you're looking around the corner, where there's a mystery, where there's something to be found out, something to be solved. Because that's why I go outdoors. That's why I go on my camping adventures, for the same thing. See what's around the corner. Oh, Fastbuck, I wish I was in Scotland eating with you right now. We don't have a dog. We're a cat because my son's allergic. I had a cat for 10 years. In fact, he's buried right behind me. His name was Buster. He was a ditch kitty. He was my best friend for 10 years. He started showing up on our deck. He was staring inside while we were eating Thanksgiving dinner. I felt sorry for him. I started opening up our garage and putting some water out, a little food, a blanket. One night there was a storm. He's all soaking wet. I dried him off. We took him inside, and he was my best friend for 10 years. He was more like a little person than a cat. But he greeted me every day when I came home from work. He jumped on my lap. When I had my son, he's like, oh, you gotta get rid of a cat. They're gonna be jealous. He watched over my son like he was a mother hen. When my son would cry, Buster would come find us. And he was funny. Buster ate our broom handle one time. And well, the poor little guy couldn't get it all the way out of him. Let's not be too graphic. And we found him rubbing his butt on the carpet and had to take him to the vet. We had to hold the poor thing down and pull him out one at a time with the pliers. When Buster did pass away, I was too sad to take him to the vet. My wife did. We got him, I don't know what they did to him, put him in a bag, and I buried him in the backyard by the bird feeder. He would have wanted that. Yeah, I know Scotland's not like it used to be, man. The USA's not like it used to be. Nowhere's like it used to be. That's the problem. Yes, Buster passed away probably about 10 years ago. He was a ditch kitty. What we found out is the neighbors had him and another cat, and they were fighting over food. So they put him in the barn, and the other cat chased Buster away because he was a lover, not a fighter. And he popped out of the ditch one day, and when my dad was still alive, jumped on his lap. My dad was an old Sicilian guy, and he hated cats. And he's like, "Get off me! Get off me!" He's like, Buster would get off him, was trying to cuddle up to him. And finally he said, "Get off of me, or I'm going to tie a firecracker around your tail, and the whole neighborhood's going to get a piece of your blank." That was my dad. But he liked Buster. Everybody liked Buster. Buster is like a little person in a cat body. And the funny thing is, on one of my camping adventures, when I was eating at my favorite restaurant in Kane, shout out to Table 105, a cat popped in off the street, jumped up, set up my table, watched me eat, keep me company, didn't beg for food, didn't bother me. I would have took him home with me, except I was camping out in a tent. My wife probably wouldn't have liked it. But he was black and white, not gray and white. He reminded me of Buster. Meadow Victor, I cannot read that language, but All right, guys, what do you want to talk about? Let's do this. All right, it's all about food. What are your favorite desserts? I want to hear some good, unique favorite desserts. And then if there's all adults in the chat, we'll move on to alcohol. Nordic, huh? Where are you from, Chess? Who knows? This I can't read, sorry. Where are you from? Nordic, is that Icelandic? Is that like the Vikings used to speak? It's kind of funny for all you nerds out there. They have a language Klingon when Star Trek was a big thing. What are your favorite desserts? I think that's a joke. Goose of Greed. I think if I pronounce that, it may be a joke. I ain't gonna say that, and please let Prince Albert out of the can. You know, I like history too. So I like watching Expedition Unknown and learning more about history. How about this? Happy birthday to your sister, Deanne. Yeah, I always say that. It may look old, slow, and stupid. Well, only one of those is usually correct. Changes from time to time. Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, right? Oh, I'm enjoying all you guys. I wish we all could get together and have a barbecue or something. I keep thinking about Carl in England, man. Last time I heard him on the chat, he was in the woods with his kids camping and eating hot dogs. I'm sure there were baked beans involved as well. Seriously, guys, come on, give me some desserts. I'll tell you my favorite desserts. I like cheesecake. I like creme brulee. I like tiramisu. I like Italian lemon cake. What do you guys like? We could talk about alcohol. What kind of alcohol do you like? I like bourbon. My second favorite, vodka. That's a pretty good one. I'm going to throw a dessert at you guys that I think is spectacular that I stumbled on by accident. Get some like French bean vanilla or Madagascar vanilla ice cream and pour either a dark amber maple syrup on top of it, or I have this Lincoln bourbon barrel aged maple syrup. I don't know, there's just something about the combination that I've been eating every night. Vanilla ice cream and maple syrup. It's so good. And by the way, that syrup would go good and probably the vanilla ice cream on your chocolate chip pancakes. So we can combine the two desserts and really have something there, I think. I'm a world famous baker of cookies. Did any of you know that? I can make the best Italian ricotta cookies in the world. and a pretty darn good snickerdoodle. My favorite drink and the official drink of this channel is a Manhattan. Does anybody know what a Manhattan is? It'd be kind of funny if a large hairy bipedal ape stood up besides me now. I don't have enough money for the guy in the costume though, so it's just me. Come on, guys, let's chat. How about steak? So everybody here likes steak? I like a nice medium rare bone-in ribeye with mushrooms on it. Is the gentleman from Scotland still there? What exactly is haggis? And do I want to know? Never had a draft to dodge, dude. Actually, when I was in high school, a lot of my friends joined the Army. And for a while there, since I liked adventure and travel and at the time danger and risk, and I was thinking about joining the Airborne Rangers, but guess what? Got a deviated septum. Don't have perfect vision. And I was born 3 months early, so my lungs don't work real well. I had to give up soccer. So, probably didn't have too good of a chance being a Airborne Ranger, so I ended up going to college, going into business. Getting a degree in marketing, was a disc jockey in college. You know, where they spin those record things that no one makes anymore. Well, they all buy them anymore now, so. Yeah, I had an on-air name, Tony Vincent. We couldn't use our real name. Played good stuff back then. This is Tony Vincent on the Choice FM. We got some stuff coming up from Quiet Riot, Adam Ant, and The Clash. Yeah, we had 8-track cart machines back then. There were 2 record players, and we had a bathroom song. It was 7 minutes and 41 seconds long because you're the only one down there in the booth. So when you had to go, well, to the men's room, you put on the 7-minute and 41-second song. You had to run down the end of the hallway in the basement where the radio station was, use the facilities, and get back before that record stopped spinning and you had dead air ready to cue up the next one. And then as that next record started playing for the 4 or 5 minutes, whatever that song was, you had to get that next record in queue and keep on going. That's when a disc jockey was really a disc jockey. Hello, Soldier Boy. Reel to reel, yeah. I accidentally leaned up against a reel to reel machine once and got a sweater caught in it, and that was the only time I had over the air. I like steak, yep. Boo-hoo, LL, yeah. And I was doing the weather one time live, and, well, I was in college, so you had these things called fraternities. And I was doing a weather report live on the radio, on the air. And a guy from another fraternity came up and dropped his pants and mooned me right in the window while I was live in the air. And I didn't lose my composure at the time. I just said there was a chance of a full moon out that night. Yeah, that was college. I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, I got a call from Senor Butts. Thank God there was a really large, thick pane of glass between me and him, and a door that was locked. You could see out from the booth, though, into the outer portion of the station. He was up next, by the way. I didn't do anything back to him. I don't know. I think I gotta go with Robert De Niro. Hey, Soldier Boy. I don't know how old you are. Do you remember a movie called Toy Soldiers back in the 80s? Do I have a favorite superhero? Oh, wow. We're getting the complicated questions tonight. Um, that kind of depends, all right? I kind of like the Green Lantern because I thought it was cool that you could have like this ring and you could just think and energy would come out and whatever you want. So I kind of like the Green Lantern. I don't know if I ever really. I mean, Spider Man's okay. I don't know if I really ever got into him. I like the whole web shooting thing, but I don't know. Well, Superman was Superman. Uh, be nice, to get shot out, have bullets bounce off you. So I don't know. I kind of like the Green Lantern. I kind of, well, everybody would probably like Superman. Um, Flash was okay. And then on the other side of things, I don't know. I have to tell you, I think Captain America was cool. I wish America was like Captain America. Yeah, I like Captain America on that side of things. And Iron Man was pretty cool. I mean, come on, flying around in an iron suit, as fast as a fighter jet, having energy beams come out of your, having a nice company, multi-million-dollar jets to fly around in. Yeah, so I like, on the one side, I'd probably say I like Iron Man and Captain America. On the other side, I'd probably say Green Lantern, and well, you got to go Superman. Yeah, the toy with Richard Pryor. They don't make movies like they used to anymore. They can't. You'd offend people. Pearly Whites, yeah, I'm here just to see you. Did you cook? Did you cook anything, Pearly Whites? I've been dying to know all day. Literally, I've had such a day that I'm surprised I'm alive. Tried to kill myself accidentally by breathing in ozone last night. See, I told you. I told you. And guess what I'm having for dinner later tonight after I do this live stream? Pizza. I told you you had a cook in you. You just had to put a little heart in it. You had to take a recipe you liked and tweak it. You had to make it your own. You got to do that when you're camping. You got to make your gear your own. You got to make that campsite your own. Yeah, all right. I'm going to throw a movie out. Sorry, had an itch. That I really like. I really like Bill Murray, okay? He's like totally viewed as offensive today, but I mean, everybody still likes Bill Murray. I'm Ghostbusters, come on, Zombieland. But Stripes. That was a hilarious movie back in the day. When my wife and I were dating and she didn't like my driving, I used a line from that movie and she grabbed the steering wheel. She was like, "Why are you driving like this?" And I'm like, I'm sorry, I had too much cough syrup this morning. It was a joke. She took me seriously, grabbed the steering wheel. Okay, our 27th wedding anniversary is coming up if I live till next Thursday. And she still drives to this day when we got to get somewhere. She doesn't like anybody else driving for her. I like how you laugh online, Pearly Whites. Taps, yes, Taps. Taps with, what's his name? Mr. Mission Impossible and Sean Penn and all of that. Yeah, I was that age growing up when Taps came out. We were treated to all those movies. War is never glamorous or never fun. But back at the time they tried to sell us, there was some honor in it. Yeah, robo-tipping? Yeah, why do you think I'm doing this, man? I also want to share like survival tips with you and gear tips and my adventures. Here's a tip right now with everything going on in the world. Get some extra cases of water. Stock more than 3 days worth of food, whatever you can. Beans, rice, water. Some basic first aid supplies, some basic toiletries. Have a little extra. You'll thank me. Hey, I got a funny story for you. Another prank we did in college is there are these things called bottle rockets, and we put punks on them, and we put them in the public little land spaces all outside the girls' college dorm, and we set them off at midnight, and we stood there and watched all the girls run out in their nighttime jammies, wondering what was going on. I think the statute of limitations was up on that one a while ago, and well, you know, there's plausible deniability. Could be making it up. Okay, I got a really, really bad dad joke. Is Pearly White still there? She's about the age group. Okay, Pearly Whites, you there? Got a dad joke for you. See, she's there. All right, I'm gonna throw the dad joke out there. What do you call a bear with no teeth? Anybody? And by the way, if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Please share. Please like. Come on. My jokes aren't that bad. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Come on, that's a good joke. Hey, Piers' Health. You gotta check out his channel. What a great channel he has. We did a live stream together. Hope to do another. I recommend you subscribe to Pietis Health. It's a great channel and it's a really helpful channel. Hey, yeah, I can. Pietis Health. Got a question for you. Slept in my trailer last night, and I got a very small ozone generator that you had asked me a question about. I left it on during the night. I had my CPAP on, so I'll probably filtered a little. I had strange dreams, woke up with a headache. I think I double took my vitamins today. And worked really crazily in front of a computer for the next 8 hours. Now I'm out here getting some fresh air, talking with you fine people. Am I going to like permanently perish by the ozone in my lungs? They said, if even if you inflame them, you can recover, get some air, some oxygen. What are your thoughts? Yeah, good old water and beans. If I could figure out another place in my house to hide a 50-pound bag of rice, I would. Okay. Anybody out there got a question for you? What is your favorite beer and where are you from? That's what I'm telling myself, Mr. Health. That's your new nickname, Mr. Health. How's that? Go to his channel because he's Mr. Health. Truly is. Yeah, I got Gatorade Frost. I'm going to tell you guys, I've combined my survival knowledge with health knowledge. I have a Camelback hydration bladder, and I filled it with Gatorade Frost, and I've been drinking it at night, so I stay hydrated at night. Put it right next to my pillow. All right. Got another question for you guys. What is the place you'd last like to be stranded in? What environment? The Arctic, the desert, the jungle, the forest, the swamps, another planet. How about those two astronauts that are stranded at the space station now because the $4.2 billion space capsule from Boeing that took them there is too unsafe to get them back, supposedly, even though they say it is? Where's the last place in the world you'd like to be stranded in a survival situation? Okay, Pietz's Health, I want one of those from you sometime. I would say that one of my favorite beers I ever had, and it was a chocolate peanut butter porter made by Evil Genius Brewery. Another beer I've had that's really good is made by Log Yard Brewery. It's called Shadow Walker. It's an 11% bourbon barrel aged porter. But I also like a good lager. I've been drinking some Sam Adams lately. It's pretty good. Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to be part of this chat, you're not going to make this a horrible place. Everybody's going to respect each other here. Mr. Toucan and friends. All right, I'm going to start a poll, okay? Ask my community, what is your favorite outdoor if I could spell activity, and of course keep it to something we can put on this channel. They make cheese that's aged so long that if some people ate it, it would probably knock them unconscious. A good cheese is more than just a loaf of milk. Alright guys, this is the My Camping Adventures channel. I wanted to go live a little bit earlier tonight. I appreciate all of you guys. And I might go live again later, we'll see. But I think I have some pizza calling my name. And I'm going to go answer that call. So this is the My Camping Adventures channel. Please subscribe, please share, please like. Please come and hang around on the chats. And we'll have hopefully some good conversations. At least as good or better than reality TV. This is the My Camping Adventures channel. Signing off for now. God bless. Be prepared. Be well. Take care.